Stitch number 10 is the darning program, or as I sometimes call it, the mending stitch. And this is where we can take, well, no fun when we do get like a rip in a pair of pants, or just we catch it on something, those holes in little boys' knees. What we can do is take and create a stitching that's going to almost recreate this fabric. You do want to put some interfacing on the back. For today, I'm going to just fold this in half and use the fabric to stitch through. You must have something behind this stitch. It won't work just by itself. What we want to do is position the starting point to be just in the upper left corner of the rip. And what we're going to do is that we're going to stitch down past the end of the rip, maybe just a couple extra stitches, and then we're going to touch the reverse button one time. This stitch has a start and an end, so once we set it for its length, we're going to let it go ahead and stitch the whole entire stitch. Once it's done, if this rip is bigger than the foot width, we could go and repeat it again. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to start it up here. And we're going to have it stitched down. Starts with some locking stitches. Stitch down past the end of the rip. Stop, touch the reverse button one time. On the screen, you will see an auto coming up. So if it went down 10 stitches, it's now going backwards 10 stitches and then forward 10 stitches, each at the individual needle positions that we have in the machine. So it's almost recreating the fabric weave. It's absolutely beautiful. It really hides all the rips or areas that have been torn. Just keep your foot on the foot control until it locks and stops. It moves the needle back into the starting position, and actually my foot is still on the presser foot. So after I lift up, I can move the fabric. See how pretty that is? Can you imagine how blended that would be if we had matched our thread to this color of fabric? If this hole was bigger to the side, what we'd do is just kind of set it to overlap a few stitches. I just tugged on the thread up by my spool to take out that little slack, and I can just start it again. Being that had an auto length, it will go ahead and remember the length that I did the first time and keep on going. So now we can just recreate this, and we can make this as big as possible. If you depending on where your rip was, we could slide this table off, use the free arm of the machine, and not have to open up the side seam of the leg if it was going to be in that area. There's the locking stitches, and it stops. You can see where I kind of overlap those stitches. That's going to just make that even more reinforced as you go to use it again. So this is a wonderful stitch. I love using it, and definitely keep that in mind that you can repair just about anything.